Good evening, guys. I'm a little bit late today. I wasn't planning on being on this late, but I woke up late and yeah, shit happens, man. Excuse me. Hope everyone's doing good today. I was eating and spent a little bit of time on the forums trying to teach people basic math. That was fun. So, there is a maintenance coming up on Thursday, but I think it's like, for me, it's like midnight to 5 a.m. or something, so. Let me turn that down a little bit. It's taking shaders a bit today. Oh yeah, I had there was a driver update. Graphics driver update, so just give it a second. I totally forgot about that. Gotta recompile the shaders. But yeah, I'm just kind of like sitting here reading the forum stuff and going, how are some of these people going to make it in life? And I'm not trying to be mean. One guy literally said in his own words, I'm trying to get a 20% drop rate. I'm on the wrong descendant. I reset Ultimate Ajax yesterday. He goes, I'm trying to get a 20% drop rate, so by my 5th run, I should automatically get it because it should be at 100%. And I'm like, that's not how that works. And they were like, yes, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. You always have 20%. It doesn't go up. Like, okay. Hey, we got a piece of Lepic yesterday. We got Viesa. We got Viesa. We've got Valdi. And now we're going to start working on Viesa. Boom. Excellent. Excelente. Excelente. Season level up. What did I do for the season? I completed a research. Clear missions, clear intercept battles. I don't know what to buy in this thing. I'll probably just save them up till the end. There's only one page of stuff. So. Alright. Ultimito Ajax Arena. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna do this. We're gonna go to privates. We're gonna oh wait. No. No. I need to set it to hard mode. It's probably going to do this every time I go into a new area the first time. nah, I was just like, man. One guy said if you run it 100 times, you should have a 98.8% chance of getting that item. I said, no, you still have a 20% chance of getting that item. I said, you can run it 1,000 times and it doesn't, it doesn't matter. See if I changed it to hard. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, like, I'm just sitting here like, what? He's like, what's wrong with my math? Because your math doesn't math, dude. Let's see, are we on hard mode? Yeah, okay. We're going to try and get some code breakers while we're here.
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? As a fake, it worked well, but you mustn't let your guard down. Both the cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. They suddenly cannot control soldiers and aren't interface. We're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Confirming the new hyper-net barrier.
Is the one we're after. Make a note of the operation log number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going to
Artificial
be
biometal.
Good job.
See, the one thing that I'm restricted zone dimension. That one gives dimension stuff. Yeah, I don't.
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? As you banked, it worked well, but you mustn't let your guard down. These Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. They suddenly become powerful units that aren't in our database.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Confirming the new hyper-net barrier.
Same team as the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
What am I getting shot by? What the hell? One little dude's like, you say.
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? As a feint, it worked well, but you mustn't let your guard down. Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly.
Mm.
Good job. You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? Thanks. It worked well. But you must let the guard down.
Closing in. We confirm it's a hybrid engineering area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operation log on number 17. Bags to the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
You know, because look, here's a perfect example. Real life fighter, 5% chance, right? I just got 2 of them. And why is that? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 different rewards, right? Look at that. 2 of them are 50%. 3 of them are 4 of them, 5. 5 of them are 50% drop chances. One's 30 and one's 5. I've gotten 2 5% drop rates.
You've been ambushed.
That's not a 5% drop rate. It's actually higher.
Thanks. It worked well. But you must let the guard down. Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades. You may some of them encounter powerful armor.
Excuse me. Excuse me. My allergies are really bad today. I've been coughing all
High-level
morning.
focus closing in. We confirm it's a hybrid engineering area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log on number 17. Bags to the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is
Yeah,
going
I'm an idiot.
Good job.
Oh well. Like, I farmed for a piece of Biesa yesterday. And I had to open amorphic materials.
You've been ambushed. Or did
So I
you
farmed
let it
for
happen?
the shards and
Thanks.
the material, you know, the material itself.
But you must let the guard down. Both cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades.
And
You may suddenly encounter powerful armor. Oh, we're definitely involved in this occupied territory. There's no
over
end to
here.
it.
High-level focus closing in. We confirm it's a hybrid engineering area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log on number 17. The enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Hold on a second. But anyway, so I opened 5 of these materials. No, I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was 38% drop chance. 38% drop rate. And I opened 5 of these. And there was another 38% chance for a piece of a gun. Alright? I got the gun piece all 5 times. Kid you not. 5 in a row. Gun piece. All 5 times. I was like, what are the odds of that? So then,
August closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper area.
It's built with the same material as the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log under 17. Bags to the enemy is being drawn away. Smoothly. Good job.
and I farmed 4 more. And so my 6th and 7th one, I got the piece I wanted. I can't remember what I got on the last one. Yeah, I got like 5 out of 5, the same thing. There's no way that that's, you know, that that's the correct percentage.
But you mustn't let
You know, people are talking about luck. Like I could say, oh, I was unlucky. I mean, luck is just our perception of stuff. But still. You know. I'm just trying to explain it to people in the nicest way possible.
Oh, we're definitely involved in occupied territory.
You know. And they can't grasp it. And I'm like, that's why I really hate the fact that they use percentages. Because percentages are kind of
High-level August closing in.
not right for this kind of
Kuiper
content.
area.
I mean, they're not really right for video games, period, to be honest. They're not really right. Case in point, like I just said, I got 2 of the 5% drop rates. And there's no way that I should have. You know?
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? As a feint, it worked well, but you must remember the cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. Oh, we're definitely in Vulca's occupied territory.
High-level August closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper area.
Is the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log under 17. Bags to the
I mean,
enemy
take a
is
look at
being
how many of
drawn
these
away.
level 100
Infiltration
reactors
is
I'm
going
getting. You know,
job.
it's like, what are the percentage chance that I should be getting those? I'm getting them off just normal enemies, you know. Thunder Cage, Python, Enduring Legacy. You know. Look how many of these I've got in just a few missions. But no, it's like, and I think a lot of people are, you know, I don't think they're using their time as wisely either. You know, that's the subjective comment, because I'm obviously not that person, but it's like what I did yesterday, for instance. When I was opening those materials, I had to go and farm shards. You know, blade shards. So I reset Ajax here and farmed those up. So I was doing two things at once. I was making my character stronger, and I was farming for a material.
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? As a feint, it worked well. But you must be in the guard now. Those bogus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may suddenly encounter powerful units that aren't found in this. Oh, we're definitely involved in this occupied territory. There's no end to them.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirmed it's the new Kuiper-enhanced variant.
It's built from the same material as the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log, number 17.
Sorry,
Thanks to
kiddo.
the enemies being drawn your
What was I saying?
infiltration is going smoothly.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Job.
Oh, like, so I was farming for the part and making my character stronger at the same time, which, you know.
You've been ambushed.
And then I was leveling other characters too. Like I needed shard stuff and amorphic materials. So, and I needed amorphic materials from this place, this outpost that was close, and it was fire based. So I finished leveling acid insulated.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirmed it's the new Kuiper-enhanced variant.
So, you know,
Make a note in the operations log, number 17.
I try to do more than one thing at a time.
Good job.
Electrocution immunity. Okay. I'm not sure I had that one. It's like right now I'm trying to level, you know, Ajax back up, but I'm trying to get like other, you know, drops and stuff to, you know, dismantle and whatnot. I'm just trying to do multiple things at one time.
But you must live in the guard. Upgrades recently. They suddenly encounter powerful units that aren't.
That's why I hate when somebody goes, this game doesn't respect your time. No, you don't respect your time.
Vulgus occupied territory. There's no end to them.
Like, for instance, if you're stuck on an intercept battle, like, say you just started play for you can play for 3 hours that day. And
Make a note in the operations log.
you decide to spend all 3 of your hours of playtime beating your head against Dead Bride. Excuse me. And then you complain, well, this game doesn't respect my time. Why didn't you try to, like, level your character up? Try a different character. You know? Something. It wasn't the game that disrespected your time. It was you that disrespected your time. And, you know, that's a shame. Oh, we've got Divine Punishment in Smithereens as well. You know, it's like what I'm doing right now. I don't consider it a waste of time. I'm getting modules for Kuiper shards. I'm getting money. Hold on. Okay, this coughing. But yeah, like I'm getting money, I'm leveling up, I'm getting materials, you know.
Thanks. It works well. But you must think of the
And it's like I said, I'm one of the most subjective people that I'll tell you how a game is. It's just like I said, if I ever had the opportunity to, you know, one of these days do a sponsored stream, and they said, oh, hey, like, we get to do a sponsored stream, but we want you to just talk good about the game. I just feel like, I mean, I'm going to talk about the game, but if I don't like it, I'm going to say so, you know. This game here,
Good job.
I mean, there's some stuff that I would like to see redone. And I've seen some good suggestions from other people. Going into Albion should auto refill all your ammo. I agree. Warping to a new area should auto refill all your ammo. I 100% agree. And the little robots that's floating around, you should be able to just completely refill your ammo with them, or just get rid of them. And your health, you know what I mean. I think there needs to be some kind of clan guild system, with even potentially rewards, like maybe like weekly guild challenges or something to give you stuff to make it more social. Trading. I'm not sure how I feel about trading or a slash auction house type system. Um,
You've been ambushed.
a trading slash auction house type system, they did say the trading would be put in later on.
Well,
And it's going to kind of depend how they do it.
cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. Some of them counter power
Like, for instance, I saw a suggestion that said, hey, we should be able to take our... Hey, there's some precision. We should be able to take our extra, like, descendant pieces and stuff and just trade them in and trade them for the ones that we want.
High-level August closing in.
Well,
Reconfirming the Kuiper area.
that kind of gets rid of the entire point, though, doesn't it, when you think about it?
Make a note in the operations log.
So it's like, oh, okay, I've got
Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way.
X amount of these pieces here.
Good job.
Say I got 3 out of 4 pieces, and I need the blueprint. I can just take all these extra pieces that I don't want and just get the blueprint. What's the point
You've been
then?
ambushed. Or did you let it happen?
It makes me wonder if an auction house system wouldn't be better.
But you must know
I know auction houses, people don't really have a good taste for those. If done right, though.
you may suddenly power.
They can be fine. Like I can put this up for I can put this item up. Like I can put this, say, piece of Valvey up, right? That I have extras of. For either gold. I can put it up for gold. I can put it up for Kuiper shards. And I'm debating whether I'd want them to let you put it up for,
Make a note in the operations log under 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Caliper. There's another one of those. Real life fighters. That's another 5% drop. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want them to put it up for Caliber, because that gets in the, like, I can just buy Caliber and buy everything that I want.
You've been ambushed.
Because right now, you can't buy weapons. Period.
It worked well. But you mustn't let your guard down. Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. Counter power
Like, you can't buy weapons. So if they made it where you could do Caliber, would you die already? Jesus. Okay. And switching gears a little bit, that enemy that I just fought is one thing I want to do. Like, the partial hardening and some of the horror effects are just too freaking much.
Make a note in the operations
Like, they
log
really
under
are.
17.
They're way too much.
Thanks to the enemies
Some
being
of them.
drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly.
I've had groups that were pretty much unkillable because they gave each other hardening and HP regen. And I was just like, how did I kill this? like, look at all this stuff, man. These materials and shit. Just from playing the game, dude. I don't even know where I got this from. Ultimate Viesa code. I got that. Like, I got all these extra Sharon pieces. Like, it's crazy. I got more Blair pieces. I've got all these I haven't even opened. Yeah.
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? As a thing, it worked well. But you must be those Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. Some of them count the powerful that aren't nowadays. Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's in Kuiper transparent area.
It's built from the same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operation.
There's another one.
Good job.
Literally. And venom synthesis. I don't remember what that one is. I think I already had that one. Oh no, that's the transcendent for Frenya. There's a transcendent for her. Like, I didn't have that one. Putrid venom skill conversion leaves behind a toxic footprint after every step. Reflects poison on enemies. I think that's her shield one. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm planning on giving her an activator next. So that's good.
Or did you let it happen? As a thing, it worked well. But you must live with guard now. Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. Some of them count the powerful that aren't nowadays. Oh, we're definitely involved in occupied territory. There's no end
Some
to it.
people just get tunnel vision. You know?
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's in Kuiper transparent area.
It's built from the same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log, number 17.
You know, I look at it as kind of what's going on in D4 right now
Good job.
with Uber Uniques. You know, I haven't got a single Uber Unique since I played it, since beta. And most of them aren't. There's a couple that might be useful. But, the biggest thing is, they made it to where, like, this season you can just go do the, you know, the reputation and get a resplendent spark. You can do that on 4 characters, and honestly, it doesn't take that long. 4 resplendent sparks and some money, and you can have your own Uber. So, what's the point of Ubers now?
But you must live with guard.
You know, I remember when the guy got the first
Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently.
grandfather drop.
Powerful units that aren't
Everybody's like, oh shit, they do exist. And now that person, you know,
Vulgus occupied territory.
other people's got grandfathers just from, you know. Well, you know, there's people that just this season have, you know, 5, 6
High-level Vulgus closing in. We
Ubers.
confirm it's in Kuiper transparent area.
Same material as the
And
one
it's
we're
like,
after. Make a note of the operations log, number 17.
punch
The
you.
enemy's being drawn away.
they have 5, 6 Uber uniques,
Good job.
and it's like, so it just kind of took away the entire point of them being rare. And that's kind of what people are wanting. You're playing a free, number one, if you play a free-to-play game, there is grinding involved.
But you must
And I'm honestly, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm surprised that they let you actually farm for the ultimate descendants. I mean, I'm throwing it out there right now. I'm actually surprised. Come on, like this right here, that's too much. I hate those things. It shouldn't take that many bullets to kill that guy.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operation log. Bags the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
I do wish they'd fix the ammo drop rate too. That would be nice. But yeah, it's like I'm surprised they actually let you do Ultimate Descendants. To be honest. So, or at the very least, like they didn't season 1 and then they added in farming for like each season. Like, oh hey, you can farm for this descendant, this descendant. I'm kind of surprised.
But you must have the car. Those vulgar cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. They suddenly encounter powerful mutants that aren't in our database. Definitely in Vulca's occupied territory. There's no end to it.
Now, where are you at?
High-level August closing in. We confirm it's in the Kuiper area.
Is the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log of number 17. Bags the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Because, you know, I've been watching people play Once Human also. And they're like, this is the best free-to-play model I've ever seen. Well, okay. But here's the thing. Some of those same people complained about, oh, $100 for an Ultimate Descendant, that's crazy. But they dropped $50 for glass walls. Glass walls. And I'm like, okay. And then you got to rebuild that every few weeks. I buy this Ultimate Descendant, for instance, they're good for as long as I have this game. You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking Once Human. I've already said I would like to play it, but until they get their shit figured out, I'm not going to waste time. Like, I don't, like... I don't. I just don't. I don't think it's worth it right now.
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? I think it worked well. But you must have both the cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may suddenly encounter problems that aren't in
You have to hit that little diamond on the chest to get that to go away. Because there's a couple bosses that actually do something.
High-level August closing in.
And
Purpose of the Kuiper area.
they're annoying.
It's built from the same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operation log the enemy is being drawn away. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
I mean, I've upped my hours on Fallout 76 on this one just because, like, it's just kind of mindless, you know, fun. And I've been kind of looking for something like that.
But you must be
And I would really love to play Once Human, but, like, I don't want my progress wiped every 6 weeks. Is ridiculous. Because I just realized the other day, because I haven't actually talked through for a bit, because I just kind of got done with Season 4 on D4. Season 5 starts in just a couple weeks. It starts August 9th, I think?
same material as the one we're after.
And I'm just like,
Make a note in the operations log under 17.
oh no.
Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
I think I might break down and do it too. I generally don't, but I think I might. On this, I need 26 more. I think I might look up a guide and see where all the records are and just run around and collect them. Because, like, I'm just kind of...
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? I think it worked well. But you must have those Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may suddenly encounter powerful things that aren't in base. Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory. There's no end to it.
Ow.
High-level August closing in. Purpose of the Kuiper area.
It's built from the same material as the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log under 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Can I turn that voice off? Actually. Hold on. Let me take a look. That's voice chat. Battle voice?
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? Faked it worked well, but you must remember, those Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. They suddenly encountered problems that aren't.
Oh, that's for my guy.
Vulgus occupied territory. There's no exit.
Damn it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's a Kuiper and area.
I tried to not.
Make a note of the operations log number 17. Thanks, the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job. You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? Faked it worked well, but you must remember, those Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may suddenly encounter powerful mutants that aren't in our database. Vulgus occupied territory. There's no exit.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper and area.
Is the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log number 17. Thanks, the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
I went up, what, almost 6 levels just by doing those.
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? Faked it worked well, but you must remember,
Now, I did get this off of
upgrades recently.
I was looking up, like, the best place to farm those, code breakers and stuff. Because it's all about, like, I was trying to find, like, the faster missions.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper and area.
Make a note of the operations log number 17. Thanks, the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
You know, it's come down to the fact that they've made the game to where you can. The only thing I can't buy off the store,
Or did you let it happen?
like, I can't buy weapons, for
It
instance.
works well, but you must let them
You know,
upgrades.
different weapons.
How powerful
And, you know, they've given you all the tools to get everything.
we're definitely involved in occupied
I mean, shoot, there was somebody on the forums complaining yesterday about character slots. And they were complaining about character slots and inventory slots, and they had thousands of hours in PoE.
is the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log of number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your
That's
way,
all you need.
infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
I'm like, you mean the game that locks inventory slots behind money? It's like, why are you caring about descendant slots when you say you can't farm the descendants?
Or did you let it happen? Thanks, it worked well. But you must let your guard down.
You know, why are you complaining about not having room for something that you say you can't get to begin with?
You may suddenly encounter
That's
powerful
weird.
enemies that aren't on a different days.
Like,
Involved in occupied territory.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Reconfirming the Kuiper area.
Is the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log of number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
salty Warframe players. I've seen some complaining about the game that does have a lot of hours into Warframe. And I equate it to, I mean, in my experience, the Dead by Daylight community. The Dead by Daylight community
You've been
as a
after.
whole,
Or did
they
you
do
let it
not
happen?
want competition.
It worked
And it
well.
boils down
But you
to,
must let your guard down.
I put
Cyborgs have had
some of them, you know, tens of thousands of hours into this game, and I don't want something else coming along you know,
Vulgus occupied territory.
taking away from the player base or whatever. And I think it boils down to they're so miserable at the game. You know how many people like I see play Dead by Daylight that hate Dead by Daylight?
High-level Vulgus closing in.
And yeah, a lot of those are streamers too. They play DVD, but they hate DVD. And I think that's kind of where some of the animosity comes from Warframe players. And it's like that when anything else. It's like if a new MOBA comes out, LOL players or Dota 2 players. It's just like you can even throw that in there with like say consoles. You know, like the whole Xbox, PlayStation, blah 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 blah. You know, like okay, perfect example. Everybody hating on Nintendo. But Nintendo does their own thing, and they've been successful at it. But everybody goes, oh, Nintendo's crap hardware, blah, 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 blah. Okay, maybe it is. But it doesn't matter
You may
because they're
select
successful.
powerful units that aren't.
The
Vulgus occupied territory.
dang it, the D2 resurrected thing always made me mind. Oh, D2 resurrected is so much better than D4. It's like, okay, then why aren't you playing D2? Why are you on a D4 forum complaining about D2? If D2 is the superior game, you'd be playing D2.
Same material as the one we're after.
And, you know, I pissed off so many people. I'm like, if it's the superior game, you would be spending your time
Infiltration is going smoothly.
playing it. You wouldn't be complaining about another game. Because you'd be too busy playing the superior game. And that, you know, that usually shuts a lot of people up. And it's like, it's true. It's like, I hate, there are many games I don't like. Like, I think Call of Duty is a scam. I mean, heck, even, I used to play, like, the wrestling games, like WWE. And I honestly think those are a scam. Anymore. Because they don't really innovate anything, they just sell you the same thing over and over. You know, it's like, look at Call of Duty, for instance. If you like it, that's fine. But it's like, oh, hey, like the whole thing with, you know, Modern Warfare 2 and 3,
Or did you
they even used the same animations. And actually, Modern Warfare 2 looked better than 3. And then, they,
You may suddenly encounter powerful units that aren't in our database.
they go, oh, well, hey, here's a new map pack. It's got remastered maps. They sell you the same maps that you've already, you know, bought and paid for in other games. And then they go, hey, this map's remastered. And the only thing different about it is the door is on the north side instead of the south side.
Make a note in the operations log for 17.
And I'm just like, but here's the thing. People eat it up every time. Or it's like they go, oh yeah, reworked, you know, unlock system. Okay, well now the scope, instead of unlocking at level 20, unlocks at level 30 now. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. If that, you know, if that's people's thing, what if I want to, you know, yell about it? Well, like somebody was complaining about like this purchase slot, right? It can be expanded to 1,000. Like if I wanted, say, 10, it would cost me 250 caliber to do it. I haven't bought any of that. Whenever I get full, I just dismantle what I don't want. Like, why do I want to keep all this extra shit?
As a feint, it worked well. But you must remember, those Vulgus cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades.
And, you know, my mastery level will be going up again once I finally start. Come on. What the heck? Ah, I hate that. Well, I'm probably dead here. Because I can't kill these guys. Yeah. That's the example right there. That's the example. Like, see, I finally got rid of that dude. He was giving them all immunity, and there was nothing I could do about it. And that's terrible. They really need to take a look at those. I emptied like close to 200 bullets into that dude and couldn't kill him. And there's no reason for that. That is a definite criticism I have of you.
Make a note of the operations log, number 17.
The auras themselves, I don't care about. They shouldn't stack. Like, you got hardening, you've got shield, you've got healing, you've got all this, and then if they add in explosion, you just keep getting knocked down, and you're just like, you're literally like I should not die on this mission. Like, there's no reason I should die.
Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may suspect powerful units that aren't in our database. We're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory.
Like, I can't. Like, there's just. And then you got the ones that. These ones are really fun, depending who you're playing, that lock out your abilities. Those are fun. Put one of those in there, and some characters literally can't do anything against it. I've had that before.
Good job.
Playing other characters. It's like, they lock out your abilities, and then they have hardening and all this and that, so you have to just stand there and shoot them with your gun and hope you kill them. Like, you can't do anything else against them. And it's like the entire group. That is a definite criticism that I have. Again, going back to D4, when D4 first came out, you could get like little dungeons and stuff that you couldn't finish because the enemies all had like freeze, and you would just die over and over and over. Like, see, you have to kill the main guy, but if it's the right combination of affixes, you just won't be able to. Especially if another guy has a different affix and they all stack.
Closing in. Confirming the new Kuiper area.
Safety is the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log, number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly.
It's kind of like going back to drop rates. Have you noticed I haven't got that 5%er for a bit now? Like, I got 3 of them. 2 of them were like almost in a row.
As a feint, it worked well. But you must be
And I've been on this mission for an hour.
Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. You may suddenly encounter powerful mutants that aren't in our database. Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus-occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's in the Kuiper area.
The same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operation log. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Oh, we're getting close on
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? As a feint, it worked well. But you must live regard. You may suddenly encounter powerful mutants that aren't in our database. Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus-occupied territory.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's in the Kuiper area.
Material is the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log, number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Oh, you like the title? Yeah, like, I've been seeing that so much. I'm just kind of making fun of it. Like, I'm the #1 ultimate bunny player in the world. Like, yeah, okay.
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? As a feint, it worked well. But you must live regard.
I guess.
Those Vulgus
Whatever
cyborgs
floats
have
your
had
boat,
quite a
buddy.
few upgrades recently. You may suddenly encounter powerful mutants that aren't in our database.
I'm not making fun of it. Like, I've seen it more and more in my life.
There's no end to them.
I just wanted to be a cool kid.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's in the Kuiper area.
The same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log, number 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
Did I ever find? Oh, you're talking about. Well, I put on. What am I trying to say here? I put on Technician over Dimension Master. Or wait, no, not Dimension Master. It's Dimension Specialist. I'll buy it because I don't know if that's affecting his shields. Because his shields are a little bit weird. It only affects when you're using an enhanced skill. It enhances reflection damage. It's based on defense, followed by skill power. His actual barrier itself, whenever you cast it, it has 80, it says right there, 80% of your HP and 100% of your defense. So I'm not sure that, and going back, this is tech and this is tech. Dimension. His attacks are tech. So if I put on, say, Tech Master, it would buff those two attacks. I don't think Dimension Master actually buffs his shields. So by putting on like Technician, that buffs his 2 and 3, his little AoE damage skills. That buffs those, which I think is better. You know, it's kind of like I'm using this right now because it's not bad. I haven't leveled it up at all because I was watching some videos and stuff, just seeing what other people were thinking about, and they were talking about I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, it gives you it's outgoing healing, but they use it because it's a minus 4.5% damage reduction. And I'm like, okay, but that does not go up. It's always 4.5%, even if you upgrade it. And I'm sitting here going, well, that's cool, but I can just get straight damage reduction off of this. And the max MP is not bad because using stem accelerant, the agony is going to almost completely offset the negative MP from stem accelerant, because you want to keep some MP. It's just like I was using spear and shield with defense and skill power, but I ended up putting on iron defense because ultimately it's a little bit better. So you just kind of have to play around with stuff.
You've been ambushed, or did you let it happen? But you must let them go down. Those bogus cyborgs have you may suddenly encounter powerful units that aren't
I didn't really go off on anybody yesterday, but I finally said something in the general chat yesterday. I was farming, it was actually before I reset Ajax, because I just decided to go ahead and reset it since I was doing it anyway. I was farming a void fragment. And I left it on public because I really don't mind people joining. And I have this damn glade join. Okay. And all you gotta do, okay, one of you shoot one direction and the other shoot another, and it'll get done really quick. Rocket spam glade. I couldn't see shit. And I finally just, I said it in general chat. I said, it's time to go private. I said, I'm tired of these YouTube freaking, builds. And the person, like, I forget exactly what they said. They messaged me, oh, LOL, sorry for trying. And I was just like, that build actually sucks anyway. And they're like, oh no, I've been clearing all content. But here's the thing, no one wants you in their group. That's why you're playing solo. You're not in a group. Because you could be doing like hard mode bosses and whatnot The reason why that build sucks is simple. You can't see anything.
High-level Vulgus closing in.
Just turn it on private if you want to play that way. You know? It's like...
Make a note of the operations log, number 17.
It's like people are tired of bunnies in their groups. They're just... That's another build right there. It's because of the rocket spam. No one can see anything. And I personally think it's inferior to, like using a tamer or something. And then you can get this, other... It's an ultimate mod that says, this is actually pretty good for her too, to be honest. I forgot I had that. It's what the fuck is it called? I can't think. What is it called? I don't think it's Decimator. It might be on your weapon, actually. Yeah, I think it is. It's on your weapon that after reloading, you use no ammo for 3 seconds. People are like, whoa. Okay. Yeah, but think about it. If you're going for the infinite ammo blade build, it would be better to use like a machine gun, an SMG or something, because you're going to be firing a lot faster than a rocket. Especially versus like bosses, like intercepts. You're going to be shooting a lot faster. Now the rocket's going to be like, okay, I'm going to do like more damage overall. Not really. You're doing that much damage per rocket. Yes. But I'm doing damage per bullet. My bullets are firing a hell of a lot faster than your rockets are. So popping her ability, and the reason why I say that other module is because, say for some reason, her ability's on cooldown. You know, maybe you got frozen or something. You reload your gun, that 3 seconds can potentially get you off cooldown, and you can pop it during that 3 seconds, and it helps keep your rhythm going. You can't do that with a rocket launcher. I think it's actually... be here. Yeah, Firing Fiesta. You get this when you do the Divine Punishment. You get it. When reloading, rounds are not consumed for 3 seconds. Now, actually think about it on an SMG with reload. You reload super fast on an SMG. You could abuse that big time when you think about it. On an SMG, you could just shoot a few rounds, reload, shoot a few rounds, reload, and max out your... You would, like, its cooldown's 25 seconds, but upgrading it, it's probably going to decrease that cooldown, because, like, even modules like this one started off at a 20 or 25 second cooldown, and now it's down to 2 seconds. Think about it. You could potentially have infinite bullets on an SMG. I might actually try that just for shits and giggles.
Or did you let it happen? Thanked it worked well.
Just constantly reload
Vulgus cyborgs
with a
have
reload mod on so that you reload super quick.
had
Because SMGs already reload pretty fast.
Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log.
Use it on the machine gun. I can use it on the tamer, yes. But there's two things.
Good job.
One, the fire rate on an SMG is higher. The fire rate on a tamer is 624. An SMG is, I think, 669 or 668. So you do get a little bit extra fire rate. But the reload speed is a lot faster by default. So you could potentially instant reload. I don't know how fast you could get the reload down to on here without messing around with it,
But you must
which I definitely could.
Vulgus cyborgs have had
That's not that big of a deal.
suddenly encountered our database. Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log under 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
So, I mean, I don't really know how quick you could get your reload down to on this. That's possible. It's possible. Does that count as a special mod? Yeah, it does. So you'd have to get rid of mental focus, which I'm kinda, I mean, I get what it's for. My ultimate idea was you get mental focus, right? And you get a minus 10% fire rate, not a big deal, especially with like fire up on. It doesn't matter, fire rate up. And you get that extra attack up to 150 stacks, which I don't really know what it is maxed out. And then I want to get this maxed up so I have more rounds. And then I want to get at least one, what am I trying to say? Yeah, like, there you go. Rounds per magazine, so that I can hit that fire rate quicker. And if I can get the reload quick, it goes away when you reload, but the entire point is you should be able to shoot enough bullets to where you get that bonus damage.
Cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. Suspect counter power arms on database. Bird nests involve this occupied territory. There's no end to them.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirmed the new Kuiper area.
See, it's too bad that you couldn't combine them
Make a note of the
because
operations log under
then
17.
for 3 seconds after you
Bags on the
reload,
enemy is being drawn your way.
you would gain
Infiltration is
stacks
going smoothly.
off of it.
Good job.
But you can't combine them because they're both special mods. And see, that one would be worse for the SMG because the SMG has a smaller clip size, so you wouldn't hit that. Like, you get 100 clip size normal with this, and if I start putting on clip size, I should be able to hit 150 plus, maybe like 200 in clip size. So I should be able to fire a lot longer before I have to reload.
But you must cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades. You may suddenly encounter powerful enemies that aren't There's no end to them.
And honestly,
High-level
going
Vulgus
back
closing in.
to
We confirmed the new Kuiper area.
drop rates and things like that, I'm at 125-ish
Make a note of the operations log under 17.
hours right now, counting today. That's really not a lot in a game like this. It's really not that much when you think about it. So,
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? Fainted, worked up. But you must let your guard now. Have quite a few upgrades recently. Suddenly encounter powerful enemies that aren't on the database.
good.
Oh, bird nests involve this occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirmed the new Kuiper area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log under 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly.
So yeah, anyway, with my tamer, the ultimate build that I want for it is I've got everything on it that I want. Other than, we want, this on there. And then, Fatal Critical wouldn't be terrible. But yeah, I want the is that hold on. Yeah, we want expand weapon charge and probably this one because that's more rounds per magazine and that's more rounds per magazine, and then this is also more critical hit rate. And then for the very last slot you could leave it open and put on like electric damage or ice damage. If not, I would put on probably like a focus fire for the weak point damage and the critical hit damage itself. So you're going to be doing like a lot more crit damage.
Or did you let it happen? It's a feint, it worked well. But you must have been both the cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. It's like to encounter powerful involved in occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. We confirm it's in Kuiper area.
Is the one we're after. Make a note in the operations log under 17. Bags 3 enemies being drawn from operation accounts.
So basically I want the stronger, like the longer I'm firing, the stronger it gets with increased critical hit rate and increased damage, and then faster reload. And I actually have a decent one of these on right now, because I get the skill power I don't get because I don't have toxic, but the machine gun equipped and yada yada yada. So you know. Alright, back up to level 30.
You've been ambushed. Or did you
Oh yeah,
let
I
it
gotta
happen?
do the other daily.
As a feint, it worked well. But you must have been both the cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently.
ever figure out about resistance? Yeah, I watched a video. This guy explained it pretty well. He was saying anywhere between 50 to 60,000 resistance, okay, or defense, I'm sorry, is the good spot. Really more like 50 to 55. Anything above that, you get a lot of diminishing returns. Where it's kind of like, okay, 10,000 defense, 10,000 is 10 reduction, 20 is another 10, 30, 40, 50, and then it starts going down. And it caps at 80. So you would essentially have to have roughly 80,000 defense to do that. But resistance actually give you a lower amount.
But you must let your guard.
So like 10,000 resistance, for instance.
You may suddenly encounter powerful units that
Let's say 10,000 resistance. Or well, no, let's look at it from a different view here.
Vulca's occupied territory.
You know how like it'll say like recommended blah blah X amount of resistance, right? Hitting that resistance cap recommended only gives you about half as much damage resistance as say your actual defense. So the best way to describe it is
Make a note in the operations log under 17. Thanks to the enemies being drawn your way, infiltration is going smoothly.
say, okay, let me go back to what I was going to say originally. 10,000 defense is approximately 10% damage reduction. 10,000 of a resistance would be maybe 5% damage reduction because they technically don't stack either. So what I've done right now is this has some fire resistance, almost 3,000. This has almost 38 chill. This one has 23 toxin. I'm kind of looking for an electric one, and I'm just going to have some defense on my components and not worry, or resistance, and not worry about resistance on my main. Because all in all, it's actually not going to do much anyway. It's not a bad thing to have, but focusing on it is kind of, it doesn't do a lot. Now, I will say though, when you're working your way through the game, especially the story where you gotta go do devour, blah, blah, blah. Use your resistance mods. Definitely use them for your first run through. And then once you get to where you can pretty much start doing your resets and buffing your characters up by farming activators and things like that, I wouldn't bother with them too much. Now I'm not going to tell you not to use them. If you could theoretically, if you wanted to, you could take 4 of these slots and put in electric antibody, cold antibody, toxic antibody, and heat antibody, and have them on at all times, and that's perfectly cool. You do whatever you want to with it. I'm not saying that it can't work, but you will lose out on some other stuff by doing that. If you feel like, you're having a really shitty time on Pyromaniac, and then you put on, your heat antibody, and you're having to use your time?
Involved with occupied territory.
Dang it. Use your damn time. I mean, that's... Because at the end of the day, everything I say is an
High-level August
opinion.
closing in. Confirm it's a new Kuiper enhanced area.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note of the operations log number 17. Bags of the enemy is being
Everything I say is an opinion,
Good
and no
job.
one has to agree with it. You know, it's just like, you know, there was a forum post saying that how the Tamer's not a good gun, and the Thunder Cage is the best gun in the game. And I completely, utterly disagree with that. The Thunder Cage, as I stated earlier, has its advantages
You've been
of
ambushed.
AoE clear,
Or did you let it happen?
but it has a smaller magazine.
Well, but you must
You're going to be reloading a lot more. Now, you can build around like reloading, like I said, but think about it. If you're fighting a boss, what's that extra AoE do? It's not really doing anything. If you're fighting an electric resistance boss, it's going to do less damage. It's kind of like how people use Bunny. Because she's free
High-level
and
August
she's
closing
pretty
in.
damn strong.
We confirm it's a new Kuiper
It's the same thing with
enhanced
Thunder
area.
Cage.
Same material as the one we're after. Make a note of
You
the
know,
operations log
it's-
number 17.
It's the same like
Infiltration
rose-colored
is
glasses, and it's like, you know what? If that's what works for you, do it. So, I used Thunder Cage when I got it. Of course I did. It's an ultimate weapon, and you know, why wouldn't I use it? But then I was like, this isn't that great. Just like I started using machine guns and I didn't like them at first. Same concept.
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? Thanks. It worked well. But you must let it go. Bogus cyborg upgrades recently. You may slightly encounter powerful units that aren't in our database. Oh, we're definitely involved in this occupied territory. There's no end to it.
High-level August closing in. We confirm it's a new Kuiper enhanced area.
Make a note of the operations log number 17. Bags of the enemy is being drawn away. Infiltration is going
You know, it's
smoothly.
like I said, everything I say is opinion. I'll never tell someone, this is fact. You know, unless it's a statistical number like this has 100 rounds per clip starting off. That's a fact. Like I'm not gonna sit there and go, no, it's got 101, because it doesn't. You know, but other than that, you know. Have I picked my class for season 5? I kind of want to do the Necro Bone build that I've been saying I'm going to do for like 3 seasons now.
Worked well. But you must live regard. Both the cyborgs have had quite a few upgrades recently. They specialize in how powerful units that aren't in our database. Oh, we're definitely long talking about territory. There's no end to them.
So we'll see if I end up doing that this time.
Built from the same material as the one craft. Make a note of the operations log for 17. Bags to the enemy is being drawn your way. Infiltration is going smoothly. Good job.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that's what I do. I'd still like to do the minionless necro. Man, I don't know. I would also kind of like to do a sorcerer because of that new unique they got coming out for the chain lightning. That's pretty cool.
You've been ambushed. Or did you let it happen? As a
I thought that was an
it worked
aspect.
well.
No, that's a unique.
But you must live
It basically chain lightning bounces. I think it's a pair of boots. Might be gloves though. It's one of the two. Or no, wait. Pants. It's pants. It basically makes chain lightning like. Jesus. Hello? Look at this. There's no reason that should take that many bullets. Chain lightning bounces, and it uses up your mana when it bounces, but then it returns to you and it spins around you. And you can actually build into that where every time it bounces, it gives you back resources. And then, yeah, it's a pretty cool, unique actually, so. We're getting some. Ultra precisions. I think we got quite a few regular. We're okay on regulars. So, let's head back. What mission is that one? I'll show you. It's right below where the reactor is that I usually farm. It's in Sterile Land. Like, here's the reactor. Go down to this area. It's just spawn here. It's this one. So it's like just right there. Oh no, my handgun. Whee. Whee. Next character I'll probably farm is Lepic. That would probably be the next one. get the code. Vesper's normal void fusion reactor. Lumberyard Vulgus outpost. Okay. Vesper's lumberyard.
If all monsters were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
I just farmed up all of those modules. But yeah, like if you go to Agony, for instance, maxed out, I mean, it's not terrible. It doesn't take up a lot of space. So, Vespers, lumberyard, right here. Okay, let's go see if we can get any of those to drop. Actually, I wonder if I have any of them. Let me look. My pick. Their pattern. Oh yeah, I'm 0. Okay. Over here. Am I on public or private? I'm on private. Okay. Yeah, it's this one right here. Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. I would just infiltrate this one, but I want the XP for him. I think I might do that tonight. I might look up the records thing. I like to find them on my own, but my reasoning is like this is roughly 30. It's 16, almost 17 levels of the season pass, and I want to get it done. Because once you hit level 96, you start gaining the coins for this. So you're able to get whatever, because you got, there's a Lepic skin, a Ajax skin, and a Viesa skin. Plus whatever other stuff's in there, so. I like to try to get all of those things. And the quicker I can hit 96, the better. So how long we got left on this? Yeah, we still have 43 days. So if I can hit 96, then when I do my dailies and I do my weeklies and stuff, I should be good. Plus, if you can get some of the other ones done, you should get quite a few coins off of it. Yeah, because see, if you look, okay, I didn't get the material. This is a good time. I got some of those. So if you go and you look here, I want pattern 13. It says a 20% drop chance, right? That's not 20%. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rewards. He's always going to drop 3. So the first time I have a 1 in 9, then a 1 in 8, then a 1 in 7 chance of getting that material to drop. I have 3 rolls on it, and none of them are 20%. The best I got is a 1 in 7 shot of it dropping. So, I mean, that's the easy way of talking about it. So. And yeah, Laura Croft on Dead by Daylight with 3 useless perks. Yeah. Oh, people saying her perks are broke? No, they're not. Her perks are freaking useless. Like, okay, I got one perk that for each chest I open or rummage through, and I doubt it counts like Nemesis and Wesker chests and things like that, I get a token up to 6. When I use a good skill check on a generator, all 6 tokens are used and I get extra progression. So maximum once per game if you're lucky, and if anybody else opens anything, you're screwed. You don't get the token. Then you got one that yay, I can vault, what is it 20% faster, I think, once every 30 seconds, only if I'm uninjured. And I think you have to open a chest up well, no, not on that one. Her third perk's the best one, and I think that one, after you open a chest, it activates. And I don't know if it's for the rest of the match. It might be you get one every time you open a chest. I'm not exactly sure. Where you after you open a chest, if you would scream, you don't, and you see the killer instead. So it's a buffed up Iron Will, essentially. And I'm just sitting here like, blah. They gave her a freaking outfit where she's wearing some kind of skull on her head. It's so weird looking. I don't know. Dead by Daylight's the one game that I hate. I watch it still just to see how big of a train wreck it is. Like the 2v8 thing that's coming up is just going to be just a fucking nightmare. It's only original killers and survivors, but it's no perks. They're supposedly going to make each character a class. I'm like, oh, okay. So, completely killer-sided. Got it. Gotcha. They're basically going to say, like, Claudette's the healer, Dwight's the buffer, Jake's the saboteur guy, Meg's the runner. That's what they're gonna frickin' do. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'll watch it, but we already know it's gonna be a frickin' train wreck. They just can't, like they just cannot get shit right with that game. Trying to make it this like friggin' competitive esport bullshit, and that's the way the devs are starting to head. I mean, even simple things like the banners and stuff. That's what esports games do. They put like the banners and the, you know, pictures and shit on there, profile pics and stuff. Just dumb. Just dumb. Don't get me started on those competitive channels. I tuned into one once, never again. cringe shit that I've ever seen. So. But yeah, okay. So now I've ran this twice and I haven't gotten one. People think that my next time I should have a 60% chance of getting it. And then 80, and I should get one by my 5th run. If I don't get one, this or the next run, my 5th run, I should 100% get one. And I'm like, that's not how percentages work. You can't compound it on top of each other. Like the guy was saying, like, if you did, like, I forget, I think he said 100 runs, you should have a 98.89% chance of seeing that. No, you shouldn't. You'll have a 20% chance. It doesn't, and I'm just going by their percentages. They're not accurate at all. But it's like you're still going to have a 20%. If there's 5 rewards, you're going to have a 1 in 5 chance of seeing it. If there's 9, you're going to have a 1 in 9% chance of seeing it. If it was 7, there'd be a 1 in 7% chance of seeing it. It's just the way it is. And I just hate that people can't, like, get that, like, while we're waiting, for instance. Like, if you come on here and you look, it's like, drop rates. Still don't have Divine Punishment Blueprint. This game is a joke. Talking about gold being a reward. I can understand this one, the parkour missions, those things do kind of suck. You know what I mean? Like, the parkour mission thing, I can actually agree with that one. Where you gotta collect those freaking little orbs. That thing sucks. Because there's one later on where it's like 60 orbs. It's like, what? And it's a confusing, like, mess of, like, going up, like, this mountain and all these, like, platforms that are... There's some moving ones in between the ones that fall, that disappear. And it's just like... I actually lucked out on that because I grabbed an orb and someone had the mission, like, half done. And I couldn't even figure out where to go, and they actually finished the mission. I was just like, oh. I'm sorry. I actively avoid those. I did have an idea for Outpost. Okay, 5-minute timer. I get it. It sucks. How about we do this? Sharon has the 3, infiltrate spots. How about, since everyone can use those, whenever you go in and you do one of them, you get a minute off the timer. So you do the outpost, you run around and grab those 3, you'll be under 2 minutes before it spawns again. And for Sharon... Anyway, for Sharon, you get 30 seconds off, since she still gets the bonus for infiltrating anyway. So she'll have like 3.5 minutes. A little bit less. So it actually makes them worth going and getting. Because you really don't even need to do them to infiltrate anyway, so... Mm-mm. What do I open these at? Do I open them? probably right there, I would think. Oh. See, I didn't get one now. So now they're saying I should have an 80% chance of getting it. I'm just like, that's not how that works. Where do I open them at? Vesper Ruins Void Fusion Reactor. Okay. Yep, okay. What do we need? Polymer and monomer. 11 polymer, 4 monomer. 11 polymer. I have to go get polymer shards. And I'm good on monomer shards. Damn, everything takes those polymer shards, bro. Like, all of them. I guess I could level Valby up too, because where I go here. I go right here. Because you get, well, if you go to hard mode, you get like 3 of each off of it. In Valby, it's non-attribute, and Valby counts as non-attribute. So, which is really weird. I thought she'd count as like ice, honestly.
What do you get when you mix water and fire?
Yeah, non-attribute. Non-attribute.
Of course.
I kind of want to try her out too, because she can do it. You can do a really funky build with her too, where like you. I think it's actually, I don't know if it's. Let me look while we're waiting.
What do you get when you mix water and fire?
Double bullets. Yeah, her 3. Its duration is 5 seconds, but you can increase her duration where you can literally cover the entire field in water, and when mobs spawn, they just take damage. Like, they die as soon as they spawn. It's pretty funny, actually. Which is, again, why she is superior to Bunny. Because Bunny has to sit there and consistently move. And actually, while you're in water form with her, you get 50% damage reduction automatically. You just need to increase the duration for that one. And when you're on water, it costs less. So when it's off, if you increase her duration, when it goes off, and you want to increase her cooldown too, you can just redo it again at a cheaper cost. And you can just constantly just do water everywhere. So. But yeah, I might go ahead and level her up over there. That way I'm leveling her, leveling my mastery, and getting shards at the same time. We shall see. Can I do it on hard mode with her? Probably. I mean, it's not super hard. Slap on extra HP and extra defense. right off, and that helps you out a lot. And with the built-up gun, it shouldn't be that bad. Ultimate Valley next month. Yep, she's gonna be the ultimate. Oh, there's one. So which one are... I have to look. The, guess I can just look, right here. Lepic code is 3% off this one. Hmm. 126 out of 350. Did I ever get Enzo's stuff? No. I haven't messed with it for a bit. Where you get his Transcendence. But yeah. Like I haven't messed with it for a little while. You know, like that's a 3% drop rate. I could theoretically open that and get it the first time, you know? Like, which one was it? Yeah. But see, there's five rewards. So I have a 1 in 5 chance of getting it. And the shape stabilizers are useless. It's going to take the Lepic code and put it at 6%. The Glay, it's going to put it 10, and then 15 to 20. It's still 1 in 5 chance. No matter what. See, that's the entire thing. It's like, okay, like I'm farming for Lepic right now, right? So I get frustrated because I can't get this Lepic code, this blueprint. So what does that do? It makes me go, maybe I should just buy him. Bingo. There you go. God, this game's terrible. Talking about Dead by Daylight. Like, I'm watching them while we're waiting on the timer. I'm watching them play Venka. Someone's playing against Vecna. Dude, like, they've even, like, went down on the animations and stuff. Like, he literally just puts his hands up and carries them. And doesn't even touch them. It's the same thing with, like, Xenomorph. Xenomorph just grabs them by the face. And it's just like, they don't even, like, put them on their shoulder anymore. They don't do any of that stuff. The game has become such a freaking cash grab. That game's more pay to win than this game is. Because I was saying that yesterday. I was talking to somebody. I was like, Dead by Daylight's more pay to win than this game. Because, think about it. Yeah, survivors are just skins. Okay? They don't matter at all. Killers have powers. And they also have add-ons. If you don't have that killer, you can't use that power, you can't use that add-on. And they used to have those shards, like you could try out Myers or you could try out Pig. Well, they got rid of all that shit. But there's a lot of those you can't buy in-game. You have to spend money on. But if you go with the perks, you could theoretically get every single perk in the game. You could get a killer's perks without owning that killer, but it might never pop up on the shrine. And I don't even know if they changed that to where, say, I don't own Vecna, can his perks pop up on the shrine? You know, I'm assuming it does because I think the shrine's the same for everybody, but hell, I don't even know anymore. But I'm like, yeah, Dead by Daylight's more, whatever. Dang, I'm watching Laura open the gate. They don't even have an animation for her opening the gate. You know, I just thought of something. Theoretically, you could just farm this. Think about with a Valby, like I was talking about. You could just actually farm this forever. Because they just keep respawning. Those guys just keep respawning. They respawn forever. So technically, like a Valby, you could just put water down on that whole thing. But anyway, yeah, like they don't even have an animation for the exit gate. Like where she grabs the handle and pulls it down and holds it. She just stands there. And I'm just like, what the hell, dude? They also toned down her character model a lot. It really doesn't look like Laura Croft, to be honest. I mean, heck, I just noticed, like, when you're done with the season on it, they added in the deep, like, they added in a deep season thing where instead of it being, like, 90 levels, they put it at, like, 96, and they put an extra few things on it. And now they've got it to where you can, I like the outfit for her, though. They put it on the, that's Sable. The new character, her outfit looks cool. They put it to where now you get 5,000 blood points per level, and it looks like you can do it infinitely. So theoretically, you could just spend money and get infinite blood points. So that's more pay to win than this is, when you look at it. So I gotta do this, bro. No, I'm sorry. This guy. For body enhancement. Hard Devour. I was correct the first time. I gotta do Hard Devour. It had to be Devour. That's for the Transcendent that I want. Because the way the Transcendent reads, I'm hoping that it's that way. Okay. I don't get Void Energy anymore, so I can't do my Enhanced Shields. That's fine. It increases defense and shield proportionally to max HP. So right now, I'm at 12,000 HP. It would give me 12,000 more defense and shield. which is ridiculous. I think that's how it works. I doth believe that's how it works. I really gotta try Hangman. Might be on a little bit later tomorrow too. I have some paperwork and stuff I gotta go drop off, and I gotta do grocery shopping and stuff. So. And the first update for this comes out early August too, come to think of it. Probably around the same freaking day as Season 5 starts. All I'm doing was Season 5. The Season Pass and whatever the little theme thing is, and then I'm done. It's only 2 months, and then because I'll still have the update for this coming out, and then I'll do Season 5 on D4, then I'll continue on this, and then this season, technically Season 1, will start. Let's try something real quick. Because they'll just keep respawning forever. Oh, hi. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. It looks like it. But yeah, so I'll play this, and then Season 5 will start, and the update for this will come out around the same time. But the update for this is just Ultimate Valve, the new Descendant, Nala, or whatever her name is, the music girl, and the new Colossi. And then I'll finish Season 5, I'll pop back over to this, and then Season 1 of this will start late August, so I'll have all the way through September for this, and then beginning of October will be Vessel of Hatred, so I'll spend time doing the Vessel of Hatred stuff, and then Season 2 of this doesn't start until December, so we'll have Season 6 of D4 going, and we'll have Season 1 of this going, so I like the sable outfit. She got little bat wings and stuff. That's cool. Yay, an artist. What fun, exciting gameplay that you'll have. Yep. Because she can just see where you're going the whole time. But yeah, like, so, and that's another thing about, like, Once Human. I mean, pretty much everything you do in the game gives you, you know, XP towards the season pass, which is cool. They do a lot of good things in that game, but I don't know. It's I really don't want to be doing 3 seasons either. Like doing this season, Diablo season, and that season, because I don't want to turn it into like, hey, I have to play this fucking game. I have to play it, or I'm not gonna get this done. And I don't want to turn a game into a job. I've done that before. World of Warcraft Classic, like, well, not Classic, but way back launch. I did it on that. I did it on Final Fantasy 11 for a little while. Uh, Anybody remember Warhammer Age of Reckoning? I did that for a little bit. I kind of did it in Arcade a little bit when it launched. Even Marvel Heroes, I had 2,000 hours in Marvel Heroes. I had every hero. The only thing I didn't technically have, I didn't buy the ultimate supporter pack at the beginning, so I didn't have like Maestro Hulk skin and stuff. But I had every hero, I had every sidekick, all maxed out. In fact, the fortune card costumes and the pets and the sidekicks, I had all of them on all fortune cards except for fortune card 1, because there were so many costumes I was missing 1 or 2 costumes, and that was it. That was a lot of fucking money. Like, for real, that was a ton of money. So I mean, and I even bought like a lot of enhanced costumes. Like my favorite was the Rocket Raccoon Venom enhanced. The only hero I didn't have at max level was the last hero they released was Carnage, and that's when the game went. So my Rocket was like fucking buffed. Like, he was ridiculous. I was just blowing shit up. I could get turrets out so freaking fast on him, it was stupid. I ran around with 2 Groots because I had a sidekick Groot and my Groot. Dude, that was great. I really do miss that game. Why did it shut down? Because Disney. It was way back when, right when Disney bought the Marvel license, they didn't renew the contract with Gazillion, and that was that. So it had a decent player base. It was making money. It actually made quite a bit of money. Whenever a new hero blah blah came out, people were buying fortune cards, so it had the Gamba aspect to it. That's literally what it was. Like, I don't know what else they wanted, for real. Like, I don't know what else they actually wanted from people. Like, the game was profitable, and they were just like, nope. I mean, at that point, they could have just bought it from Gazillion and kept it running themselves, because take a look at it since. We have Avengers, which, unpopular opinion, Avengers wasn't bad. Avengers was not that bad. The way they priced it was the problem, and they just stopped working on things to do, if that makes sense. It's like they released like new wasn't it Black Panther was like the first new hero they released, I want to say, for that, and there was supposed to be like an episode come out with like each new hero, and they were like stupid short, and it was kind of like what happened with Anthem. Anthem wasn't bad until you got to the end, and then there was just nothing to do. I finished everything in Anthem, and then you got this quest that popped up. that wanted you to get, it was a stupid, I can't even remember, like millions of points of reputation. And it was supposed to be that gateway until they got new content out. But it was millions of points of reputation, and you only got rep doing a few things. Well, I gave up on it. I was just like, there's nothing left for me to do at this point. But I saw people that actually farmed that out to see what was past it. And when you finish that rep, it just ended. There was no more missions, nothing. You didn't even get a reward for it. And that's kind of what happened with Avengers. They got into the whole, okay, here's this new mission type. Yay, something to do. I wonder what they're going to do next. A harder version of that mission type. Okay. And then a harder version of that. And Avengers itself wasn't a bad game. The story was alright. But the gameplay, like playing as Iron Man and stuff, it was fun. It was awesome. And now we've got that freaking, what is it, Marvel Rivals coming out. That's basically it. I watched that. It is 100% Overwatch with Marvel skins. They could have literally just put Marvel skins in Overwatch and had the same thing. I watched it. It was garbage. Garbage. The only good Marvel-esque games that's come out lately was the Spider-Man Miles and Spider-Man 2. I don't know how the Wolverine game's going to end up being. But they could have, if they'd have kept Marvel Heroes going, dude, I don't even know where it'd be at right now. It had a ton of shit to do. It was just a good ARPG. It was just a good ARPG with Marvel slapped on. And that was making them money. Because, I mean, like, the enhanced costumes that changed your voices and animations and stuff, those were like $20-25 a pop. And people were buying those like crazy. That was one of the few games I bought costumes in. Granted, I didn't buy them all. I bought them for the characters that I liked. I was just like, damn, man. Like, I feel like I need that biogel for something. Maybe I don't. I have 326 of them. I don't know. But yeah. They definitely could have made money off of it. That was a dumb thing. They could have just renewed the license to Gazillion. And the reason why, like, for instance, like Carnage came out as a hero, they were sort of kind of doing the multiverse thing, where heroes were villains, villains were heroes. Because I mean, shit, we had Carnage, we had Green Goblin as a hero. Yeah, it was like, they could have done so many movie tie-ins, because they already were. They were doing, like, Iron Man outfits and things like that from the movies and shit. Like, they could have really printed some money with it. They decided, nah, we'd rather just take this game that's been out a few years, it's making money, and just go, nah, we don't want to make any money off that. Then we'll release, like, bullshit games after that. Because, I mean, Avengers and this Marvel Rivals thing, besides these fucking mobile games, which I'm not even going to count those, like Strike Force and stuff, they're multiplayer games. So the Spider-Man games are kind of their own little deal, but as far as like a multiplayer type game, there's been nothing. And that Marvel Rivals is gonna flop big time. That no one's gonna play that shit. They're gonna have a few like, and they already started off bad because the people. It's one of the games that the people that they allowed to play it as a sponsored, they were already, I'm sure everybody's heard about that now. They were told you can't say anything negative about the game. It was in their NDA. You can't say any negative thoughts on the game. That right there. Nope. Sorry. I wouldn't even have done it. I'd have just turned it down. I mean, money, yeah, I get it. You get paid for doing it. La la la. But at some point, your morals and your pride have to be more important than money. And it's like, well, that's a lot of money you're offering me, but if I like the game, I'll say I like the game. If I don't like the game, I'm going to say I don't, and I'm going to say what I don't like about it. If you don't like that, keep your money. It's that simple. That's what I said. If I ever got to the point where I could have sponsored streams, and they told me no negative comments, I'm turning it down. Maybe I won't have any negative comments, but you're telling me not to have negative comments, which I don't like. You're telling me how to think at that point. You know. You know, I don't want to play a game and be told, hey, you have to like this game. Like, so I can't critique your game. I'm not going to play it. There's no perfect game out there. You know, I've said it before. It's kind of like game rating systems. There's no 10 out of 10 game. Never has been, never will be. Sorry, Charlie. I've got games that I absolutely love. I mean, they are my greatest games list of all time. But I still have critiques on those games. Like, hey, they could have done this better. So. One of my absolute positively favorite games of all time is Twisted Metal 2 on PS1. But there were some things that there were a couple characters, a couple of like maps, there was some weapons I just didn't care for. And I mean, I played Twisted Metal 2 so much, I could set it on the hardest difficulty, go on Mr. Grimm, who gets one-shotted by practically everything, and beat the game over and over and go on streaks and never die. Not once, not one time through the whole game. I mean, I played that game religiously, but I knew it had problems too. I would give it a 9 out of 10 just because. But I would never give it a 10 out of 10. I'm one of those people like RPGs, for instance. Usually when I play an RPG, I'm done with it. The OG Final Fantasy VII, I played it multiple times, but it still has problems. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 still has problems, but absolutely amazing. Those are my 9. So let's see, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, Twisted Metal 2, Final Fantasy 7, the OG one. Those are all definitely 9 out of 10 games for me. If I had to pick one more, people would look at me and go, wait, what? Here's another one. Contra 3, The Alien Wars on Super Nintendo. Me and my cousin sat there and played that thing, like, religiously, over and over. In fact, I actually have the Contra collection. I just haven't messed with it. I got it for, like, $2. And it, like, that game was just amazing. Games that might not be a 9, but are definitely an 8. Sonic and Knuckles / Sonic 3. That was the weird one where y'all know. Resident Evil Code Veronica that people don't talk about a lot. Even Dino Crisis, the first one. I had something else in my head and I can't remember what the hell. Yeah, like, but all those games I find amazing, but they all have their problems. Yeah. Perfect Dark on N64, along with GoldenEye on N64. I still honestly think one of the best Mario Karts ever made was Mario Kart 64. The new Mario Karts are good, but I think Mario Kart 64 was the best one they ever made. Ocarina of Time obviously is up there. I don't like Majora's Mask just because of the time limit thing. Twilight Princess was okay. Twilight Princess for me probably like a 7. Ocarina would be like an 8, maybe in the 9 category. I played that multiple times too. Burnout 3 Takedown. I'd say that's probably, that might even be in my 9s. That took me a while to 100% that game too. Oh my god. To get the IndyCar, you had to unlock 100% of everything to get that thing. Oh lord. The original Ridge Racer is probably at least a 7. Beating the black car. And then Ridge Racer Revolution. Beating the white car. The angel car. I did all those. The devil car, the angel car. I did all that stuff. Hell, even Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 1 was pretty good. 2 was a real big step up. I used to set on 2 and like just do this one specific race over and over and over and over and just sell the car, and I just kept buying cars. Like I had almost every single car in that game. Like so trying to think of some that I would consider greatest games of all time other than those. I'm sure there's some other ones out there. I'm trying to think system-wise. Like Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Oh, I know one that people won't even probably know about on Game Boy. There was a card game came out that was called Magi Nation Duel, and it was extremely popular when it came out. Had one of the absolute best promo card systems ever made in games, in card games. and I'll tell you about it here in a second. But they came out with a Game Boy game, Magi Nation, and it was hard to find. Took me a while to find it because it was low print, and it came up with a promo card. What was the guy's name? Something Jones. And he was the first neutral Magi in the game. And that was the only way to get the card. In fact, while we're waiting for that, let's take a look. Let's look at eBay. Game Boy Color. Okay. Yeah. See, it's not expensive. But, dude, it did everything Pokemon did, but better. And it was extremely hard to find. That was an awesome fucking game. Now, the card game itself, you built a deck, you had 3 Magi, and you lost when all 3 of your Magi were defeated. I'm not going to get into the whole game system. If you know, you know. Well, their promo system was this. They had a recycling system. So I think, if I remember correctly, every booster pack wrapper was worth 1 point. Every starter deck box was, I think, 5 points, and a booster box itself was like 10 or 15 points. What you would do is, you would save all those. You would take them, you would mail them in. And on their website, they had promo cards. They had some other stuff too. They had promo cards that were unique. They weren't just foils. They weren't just, oh, here's a foil alternate art version. No, they were unique. They had the first ever dual Magi on there named Korg and Zet. They were extremely powerful, but they counted as 2 of your Magi. And the only way to get Korg and Zet, later they released Korg and Zet by themselves in an expansion. But the only way to get that dual Magi card was send it in. So whenever you bought booster packs or a starter box or a deck or a booster box, you were actually working towards promos. You could get hats, you could get shirts. I was like one of the tournament runners for the game. It is still, to this day, the best promo card system I ever saw. Just, all you did was, you printed off this little paper, and you put down what you wanted, basically. And they would send it to you. And their promo system for tournaments and stuff was basically the same thing. They did give away a few foil versions of cards for everybody, but they actually had unique promo cards that you could only get for participating in tournaments and stuff. There was these little fur box. They were like little dogs, and the baby one was the first one that they released. They had a total of 12 factions in the game. They all played pretty different. And I still don't know what happened to the game. There was some inside bullshit going on at the company. The game was literally outselling everything in our store. It was outselling Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, you name it. And they released the last expansion that put the last 2 factions in, and the next expansion was supposed to be the first expansion that gave new cards for every faction. It was supposed to have 4 new cards, and then some neutral cards. And even though that game flew off the shelves, and they were waiting for reprints, they ran out of money. Like, wait, what? You have this absolutely successful game, and they ran out of money. So they canceled it, and I was just like, are you serious? I mean, we were having like 50 plus people for tournaments in a small store. It was crazy. They were having like 20 for Magic, and maybe like 10 for Yu-Gi-Oh! It was stupid. It was stupidly popular. So, we were having people come across states just to like run around and do tournaments and stuff. It was crazy. And yes, I was one of the top ranked players. Pat myself on the back, yay. So, let me grab a drink real quick. But yeah, the game was, because I wanted the Game Boy Color game for the card, and I was like, I'll play the game. I didn't really think the game would be anything. The game was fucking awesome. I still remember one of the hidden creatures, and the creatures in the game kind of did what they did on the cards. It was pretty cool. There was, I can't remember every name. It's been years. Something Ornithamp or something like that. It was this in the game. What it did, every turn you gained energy to play cards. You didn't play lands. You gained energy. This thing came out. It couldn't attack, but what it did was it gained energy every turn. So it was like having like kind of an extra little energy battery. Well, it was in the game, but it was hidden. And I still remember how to get it, and it took people a while to figure it out. You had to go to this, like, the overworld map, because you could have random battles. And there was these two mountains. No one paid any attention to them. Alright. Anyway. There was two little mountains. Two little mountains on the map. No one paid any attention to. Well, what you had to do was you had to walk between these two mountains. It was the only place he spawned. Because there was the little, like, codex. And it showed him in it. And people were like, where? Like, where is it? Because the lore of it was like a sky creature. It was almost like a sky whale. So it stayed up in the clouds. And those mountain peaks had little clouds on them. And finally somebody figured out you just had to keep walking to see if you could get a random fight with it. And it was hard to beat too. And if you captured it, that's essentially what it did in the game. It was what it did in the card game. It like gave you extra energy to attack with like every turn. I was just like, oh, cool. Now, you see how many times I've ran this now? And I've only gotten one of those. I think I've only got one, right? Yeah, I've only gotten one. But yeah, that game is not well known. It's not expensive. You know, it's not one of those, hey, this is like a super rare, crazy game. But it was, they didn't make a ton of copies of it either. I don't think a lot of people even knows what the hell it is. It was just a really good Pokemon-like RPG. If I remember right, the gameplay was actually card-based too. It was like playing the card game. So yeah, it was a really good game. That's definitely up there, at least as a 8 for me. But yeah. I mean, we don't get like anything like we used to get game wise. I mean, take a look at Perfect Dark, the N64 Perfect Dark. You could unlock like so many different sims, like peace sims. You could unlock sims that would just steal your weapons, one-shot sims. They'd only use a specific type of gun. They would only use hand-to-hand. Like, there was, I don't even know how many there was. There was a whole list of shit in that game you could unlock. And it was just like, damn. It's like somebody figured out not too long ago in GoldenEye, the other James Bonds are actually in the game, the skins. Because they were like the Pierce Brosnan and stuff. James Bond was supposed to be as playable skins in the game, and they said, I forget what they said the reason why they didn't put them in, but they technically are coded into the game. They're just locked, and somebody figured out how to access it. And you can see all the other James Bonds in the game. Or like it took them a long time to figure out how to get the what was it, like Lockjaw or whatever his name was, fight. You could actually fight him in the game. It took like forever for people to figure that shit out. Or the door in Mario 64, they finally figured out at the bottom of the penguin slide how to actually open it without glitching into it. And it's just an empty house. I remember seeing that thing. It's like, what is that for? You know, we don't get shit like that anymore. We get stuff like there's hidden walls. Just hit every wall you see until one of them lets you through. Yay. that's their secrets nowadays. Or the classic, oh man, somebody figured out how to get into the developer room, and then the devs were like, oh, they weren't supposed to figure that out. You left it in there on purpose. Don't give me that garbage. They were never meant to get in there. Yeah, they were. You just wanted to see how long it would take somebody to figure it out. Like, don't give me that crap. Oh, they weren't supposed to ever get into this. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. Exciting gameplay. Yes. I know. That's why I just talk about other stuff. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but you know. I told myself whenever I started streaming I was just going to do it just because I'm playing games anyway, why not? And I'm not, you know, I'm not going to play games that I don't want to play. I'm not going to play on difficulties I don't want to play on. Just to, I mean, I'm sorry, just, you know, if you want to pop in the chat and talk or something, then I'll talk to you all day. But you start telling me, oh, play it this way, play it that way, play this game, play that game, it's like... I'm like, no. Oh, you should play it on hard mode or you're not a real gamer. Dude, why do I want to get frustrated? It's why I don't play games like Elden Ring. It's like, yeah, I can get to a point where I can pretty much wipe the floor with everything in the game, but I don't want to. I don't want to get annoyed with it. You know. You know, it's one of those, like, I'm gonna play the game the way I want to play it. If you want to come in and watch the story and enjoy it, feel free. But I'm not gonna just like be like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna appease you. It's like, you know, like, oh, you should go back to playing Dead by Daylight. It's like, I don't want to go back to play Dead by Daylight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to play Dead by Daylight. So why am I going to go play Dead by Daylight when I don't want to? I'm just like, what the frick? You're not a real gamer if you don't play it on the hardest difficulty. Well, you're not a real gamer for worrying about how I play a game. Yeah, it goes both ways. I had somebody say something to me. I would still probably play it, but Marvel Snap, because I can't get back into my old account. So I don't know why it won't let me log in, but anyway. Maybe somebody stole it. I don't know. Somebody's like, well, you should play your deck this way and that way and this way and that way. I had somebody on my stream one day. I was like, look, man, I'm just playing this because I find it fun. Well, the internet, you know, this is the best deck going. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. Well, that card's not that good. I'm like, I don't care. What part of that don't you want? Like, you can say, hey, this is a good combo you should try. But like, I might try that out at some point. I'm cool with that. But telling me, oh, you're not playing this right, you should, you know. Now saying, hey, you know, you could have killed such and such if you'd have done this instead. You know what? You're right. I didn't think about that. I'll keep that in mind next time. Or, well, you lost because you didn't play this in this spot and that spot. And it's like, shut up. Like, for real. Just shut up at that point. I don't want to hear your shit. But yeah, I don't mind you saying, hey, this is a cool thing to try, or hey, you should have thought about it this way instead. It's like, oh, that's cool, because that, you know, that's some advice or whatever. That's different than just going, oh, you lost because you suck. Yeah, that's why my title today is making fun of people. I'm #1 ultimate bunny player in the world. It's like, shut up. You know how many people out there say they're the #1 ultimate bunny player in the world? How many #1s are there? You know, it's stupid. this one. See, that might actually be good for Valve. The skill power modifier sucks, but the duration, you could offset that. Because I don't think I had that one yet. You can offset that really easily. How long am I staying on? I don't know. Till I get done, I guess. I mean, I got started late today. Like I said, I woke up this morning and I've been really drained lately. Like, and it's sad because it's not. It's weird because I'm not tired. I'm drained. So I have a doctor's appointment on the 23rd, next Tuesday, which I definitely need to go to because I missed my last one. I need to talk to him about it because, like this morning, I didn't sleep too well last night, but I woke up, my alarm's set for 8:30, but I woke up at 8. I was like, okay. I got up, went out, got some breakfast, came back. Now I was watching Twitch for a little bit, and the dogs wanted me to lay down, so I laid down, and I dozed off. And it felt like 5 minutes. I kid you not. It felt like 5 minutes. I woke up at 2. 2 o'clock. That's why I was late to stream. I woke up at 2. I laid down for what felt like 5 minutes. It was 5 hours. That's not good. That is not good whatsoever. So I'm definitely going to have to talk to the doctor and figure something out because I just don't feel right. Like, I'm exhausted. Like, when I'm not on stream, like, for instance, yesterday and Sunday, I played this. And I also, I didn't play it as much because I watched some movies, I watched some DVDs. I just kind of got into that mood a little bit, but whatever. But I was just like, man, like, everything, trying to watch a movie was exhausting. And I would say some of it's the heat, but even getting it cool, like, running my AC, my central and stuff, and cooling it off, it doesn't matter. I'm still like, there's a difference between being tired, yawning and want to take a nap, and just not being able to move. Like, and that's how I feel some days. Like, I can't move. And that's what bothers me. I got stuff I need to get up and get done. And that's why I didn't get to my doctor's appointment last time. I got, my breathing meds and stuff I need to get refilled. And I just, like, I couldn't get up and go. So this time I set it for the afternoon. I didn't set it for earlier. I got it at like 2:30. So I probably won't be streaming next week, next Tuesday. I might do it on like Monday or something, but yeah, like, it's starting to bother me a lot. Like, I got some cleaning and stuff I need to do. Like, I need to wipe down everything. I got so much paperwork and stuff on my kids and whatnot. I need to go through all this old paperwork and shit. I might do some of that after stream today. I live by a gravel road. Everything's dusty. I am not getting any of them. Like, for real. So yeah, probably after stream, I'll probably do a little bit of it's really more dusting than anything. I need to clean out where my keyboard and stuff is, clean my desk off, basically. So yeah. Honestly, I'll probably be ending. I'm probably going to run one more of these and probably end because it is already almost 7. Well, no, it is 7:30. That's why I said, like, I'm usually not on this late, so I need to finish eating. I just ran out and grabbed something because I woke up so late. I need to finish eating and do a little bit of cleaning and stuff, so. One of these times I really want to do a really long stream. Like, a really long one. Like, maybe like a Saturday, but don't stream on Friday and don't play anything on Friday. And then just come in fresh on Saturday and just do like a 10, 12-hour stream. Or something, you know, something like that. Or maybe do it on like, maybe like a Tuesday, for instance, like since I'm usually off Sundays and Mondays, maybe like Tuesday, just do like a really long stream, and then potentially take off Wednesday. Yeah, I'll probably just do this one, and then I do need to do 2 intercepts. Actually, I'll do, okay, I will do this one, and then I'll do 2 really quick intercepts to finish my daily. And then I'll call it. Because I'll be going on 4 hours anyway, so that's pretty. And doing that daily is going to put me at season 75, so that's another. What's this one? Plastic matte pistachio. Weird. What is this? Oh, it's a spray. It's like, what? A UI theme for cybernetic glow. Bunny's quest line, I'm at the point of killing Pyromaniac. I don't know if I can do it solo with her or not. I could try. Hangman gives you a catalyst. Yeah, I did do a little bit of cleaning earlier before I got on, but I really need to like go through this paperwork and do this dusting. Because it's bad. It's bad. Gravel road and dusting, and then I got 2 dogs that like to shed a lot. So. My little guy's laying. I have 2 computer desks. One I just have the tower setting on because it's too tall to fit underneath my desk. I have like these shelves under my desk where you're supposed to be able to set your tower, and it's too tall, so he's laying under the other desk. He's a little old man. He's a little old man. I think he's laying there because there's that vent right there. I don't have the air on right now. Alright, so we're going to do this one. It's going to give us some material. It's going to give us a pattern. Gotcha. Alright. We're gonna go kill Dead Bride. And that's gonna give us a energy activator. Yeah, it's gonna give us an energy activator. We're just gonna do 2 of them. Somebody had a good suggestion for these. The death count thing, make it to where let the people continue fighting. Like, if you use up all your lives, just let the people continue fighting. I think that's a decent idea. Because I've had it to where we've had freaking AFK people and it really sucks. Did I do the wrong one? I thought I had some... Did I do the wrong one? Maybe I did. So I thought we had some materials. Was it? Oh, it's Stunning Beauty. I did Dead Bride, didn't I? Meh. Well, it's still gonna give us an activator blueprint. See, it's already. I've decided I'm getting an activator blueprint off of it, so it's fine. I was sweating there for a second. I thought she had me. See right here, energy activator blueprint. Rigged. Rigged. It was rigged. I was robbed. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No. 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 What do we got here? Okay. We're gonna get the ultimate... Do I really want it? Okay, I'll take it. We're gonna get the ultimate bunny piece off this one. This last one I'm doing. Just because I got robbed. I got robbed. Maybe I picked the wrong one. We're gonna get the ultimate bunny piece off this, just because. I already called it. It's done though. It's not Ultimate Bunny, it's the Catalyst Blueprint. Watch. Watch. Ultimate Bunny right here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But see? See? I was robbed again. I think that the drop rates are skewed. Because I should have gotten that. Man, that's some BS. Yeah, that's alright. Let me go check how much time left on stuff real quick. Back up to 5.5 million gold. Just farming that down there, I made a couple million gold off of it. It's not bad.
Humanity is there. That's why humans need us.
55 minutes for the energy activator. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start farming for another energy activator. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Tomorrow, like I said, if I'm on, it's gonna be later in the day. If I get on, the only reason I say that is because I do have to go and drop off paperwork, and sometimes that is just a nightmare. And I have to do shopping and things. So, yeah, we'll see. If I'm on, it'll be later in the afternoon. If not, sorry in advance. It's why I don't like making plans, because shit happens. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Everybody have a good Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow if I can. If not, I'll see you on Thursday, and we'll keep going. It's fun. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.